Yo, yo, yo. What can I say, boys and girls? It's May. It's gotta be May. Welcome back. Today is the first day of May. It's a spicy one by some people's definition. We've got some stuff to look at. We're going to be covering Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at stocks. We're going to be looking at, apparently, the crowd's favorite, Pepe. Is that right, Pepe? Pepe? I don't know. We talked about that before, but we'll get into it. Here's what I need from you guys. Lift that finger or mouse up. Hover it over the like button. Smash the like button if you're on mobile. Send some of those reactions in. Engage with the live stream. Share it out to the internet. Let's get as many people here as we can. It's a good one. Check out crowdanalysis.com. Coming up, we have the biggest FOMC meeting ever. Aren't they all? This one, even more so. Mark it on your charts or on your calendars. May 3rd, 1:30 p.m. Chow will be joining us live. Can I get a chirp? Will be joining us live, as well as his much more attractive, smarter, more clever Tom Powell may have some opening statements for us. So let's get into it. Let's start with a mantra today. Let me know if there's any issues. I got the chat pulled up. We should be good to go. Let me know if there's any issues. We're going to start with this. I tweeted this earlier this morning. Follow me on Twitter. You guys know what to do. Let me put that link in. Yeah. Also, we are sponsored by Fairdesk and FEMX and Marketcipher, leading in the industry. Links in the chat, pinned to the top. You can check it out up there. But I tweeted this out earlier this morning, and it seems on point. So once you start learning, the L becomes silent. Honestly, I just thought this sounded pretty badass. I will be honest with you guys, I didn't make this up, but I will take credit for it on Twitter. If you guys want to hype that tweet up, link is in the chat. So let's take a peek here. Crypto market, mixing it up. The top 10, we are seeing pretty much a generic retracement over the last, well, since we streamed. We kind of speculated we wouldn't see a lot of movement. We had a little movement today to the downside, but even to my surprise, we have a coin that is making FOMO, creating FOMO, certainly. And that's going to be the focus of today's stream. Not really to hype up that FOMO, but to break it down, make it logical, and hopefully keep the fam safe from making some crazy decisions. Remember, up or down, I always say the same thing. If you're feeling fear or FOMO, if you're feeling strong emotions, take a break. Go do something else. Take a walk. Play with a puppy. High five a grandma, I don't know, whatever gets your mind off of it, go to the gym, come back, and if you still feel that way, then maybe go ahead and make that decision, but never, in my experience, make a decision while experiencing those intense emotions. In my experience, they have led me to the wrong decision every single time without fail. It's almost supernatural. Almost supernatural. Into the news, into the world. S&P Dow, edge higher as JP Morgan gains. So actually, I didn't see an update. Chad, you guys can update me. We don't really even need to see the news hit. First Republic Bank, whether they were seized this morning or not, in payroll and certainly eminently in seizure. That will make 4 major banks in the U.S. seized this year alone. Just get out of here, pop-up. Alone. What's up, Robert Fisher? Subscribing. Well done, my friend. Cheers. A man of great taste, I see. Coming from the people who have criticized Bitcoin and crypto over the years, this is pretty fresh, as the dump that never ends, or First Republic Bank, I guess, is going to come to an end after seizure. I'm not really sure actually what happens with the stock at that point, but the dump will end simply because there will be no buyers. There will be no market to sell it on. So interesting. Ooh, you're ready, baby. What's up, oh my brother? You're ready, baby. Love you, my friend. I'm going to mute these just for now. I do appreciate everyone liking, subscribing, etc. We'll re-enable the alerts, and I'll play them just after we get through the intro. So, interesting setup on the markets today. We have the dollar up, VIX, well, it was up, but was up a second ago, and stocks up. Very unusual setup. You rarely see the dollar, VIX, and stocks up all at the same time. Something spicy is brewing, and we're going to take a peek at the charts, and we'll figure out maybe what the future has here for us in just a little bit. Great reminder. 2 days and 1 hour. Chirpow joining us, and we will get the decision of a lifetime. Will we see no interest rate hike or a 25 BPS or perhaps even a wild card? We will find out. Mark your calendars. You all better be there. It is mandatory. So into the events this week, it does seem as if May is going to not disappoint. I hope, knock on wood, that means that we're going up, but you never know. We do have a poll in the chat referring to sell in May and walk away. Is that correct this May? Maybe we'll even take a peek at the historical Mays. We did that in a previous stream. And make a little dubious speculation on what might happen. So just in this week alone, we have an action-packed economic week. ISM manufacturing, JOLT jobs, ADP, non-farm employment, services PMI, ISM, crude oil inventories, our man Chirpow on Wednesday, initial jobless claims, and some more payroll and unemployment numbers. Tons of macro stuff going on into the early of May. I can say this for sure. I do expect volatility. April was pretty lullish. Last stream we even said, man, I'm getting 2020 vibes. We haven't seen this little hype in years. And I'm impressed with how long that took, honestly. I would have expected that to happen earlier. People or retail or whatever, the community really holding on. And just in the last few weeks, I think we've seen this traffic kind of capitulate. Maybe we'll take a look at that too. So without more rambling, let's take a peek at what I've been up to. And the answer is shenanigans. Straight up shenanigans. If you followed me on Twitter, you would have seen my, I promise not trying to gloat, but what else do you post? My Pepe long here, still sitting at 1,500% gain, despite it looks like almost greater than 50% retracement here. We'll pull up this chart, but I wanted to be transparent with you all on what I'm doing. I am 1, not looking to open more long. 2, not looking to open more short. What am I doing? Here's what I did. Let's go to our position history. Is this right? No. Order history. We will do a April breakdown where I go through every single trade that I did in April, and we can look at the P&L. But for the shortness sake of today, our account has been saved. We started at 1,000 in March. We went to 1,400 by the end of March. In April, this account got wrecked down to $800. We are now sitting back at 2,800 for a 100% gain roughly in April. I don't want you guys to think that this is normal trading. This is just 2 really exquisite months in a row. That does not guarantee that this will continue into May. But as you can see here, let's see. As you can see here, I have done nothing but close my long on Pepe. I risked about $350 at the maximum, and I've taken in profit a good deal more than that, about 600 I would say, and that position's still open with about 500 unrealized. My caution to you, funding is insanely short still. This is wild to me. Wild to me. 0.6%. By the way, this is on MEXC, which is, as far as I know, the only exchange that has perps on Pepe. They did a great job getting these up quickly. Links in the chat. I have only closed. I'm not looking to reopen, and no, I'm not looking to take a short position. I honestly think at this point, the play is just really risky in either direction. Negative 0.6 funding means that shorts are opening really, really strongly, and we have seen this the entire way up, honestly, on Pepe. I think that's the crowded trade at this point. What I would expect, just looking at funding, is likely some kind of squeeze, maybe a break of the previous high today, but inevitably what goes up must come down. Be very careful. It is okay to sit out a rally. You're not losing money. It does feel bad. I know FOMO is strong, but play smart, fam. This is a great way to get wrecked. I got lucky here. I would say it's 15% skill, 85% luck. I could have easily just been stopped out, as you've seen me do many times. Please play this one safe. I know that's not what you want to hear. That's not hype, but whatever. I do have my long position still open from 27.4 here. That's sitting at about a 50% gain. No changes on that. With Pepe, I might move my stop up here. Let's move my stop. I was being very, very conservative. Let's just move this bad boy up. 4.9. Let's move this up to, I don't know, like what, 6? Let's see what that looks like on the chart. Yeah, still conservative, but I'll leave it. To update y'all, the shorts. The big short position is up 18%, and that's from 29.3 or $500-ish. I'm probably going to set a stop in profit on this. I don't know if I trust this dump yet, but we'll find out. The small short, roughly the same proportionately in profit. We're in a good position right now, at least on the trades we've made in stream and the Pepe long, but I am not interested in moving. We will take a look at the Pepe short chart here in just a minute. Keep smashing the likes, keep hyping it up. Let's do a little crypto overview. We are now in May. This is the second quarter of the year. After closing a strong 72% Q1, we are roughly where we started. Little perspective for you. We are roughly where we started at the beginning of April. This is how little volatility we've seen across the market. Not a lot of spice, but let's zoom in. What did April bring us? April brought us the 4th consecutive green monthly candle on the Bitcoin chart. Not bad, not bad. But April settling up only 2% higher or 3% higher than March's close. Nothing to really get excited about, and we did see the hype simmer down. This is to be expected. So let's take a look at our levels. I have them marked on the chart already because, I don't know, I was prepared today. Maybe. Here we are. May has opened to a red candle, which is currently bearish engulfed. The body of the May candle is now below the open of the April candle. This is not a great way to start May out, I will say that, but we've traded for 12 hours. Not a lot to read into on this. Looking at our levels here just on the monthly, 29,250, roughly where I opened my short, coincidentally, is our monthly open, and this is likely to act as resistance. We've already broken 28.5, which was April's open, and the bearish engulf level. This is also coincidentally the quarterly open. So 28.4, 28.5. This is going to be a really important level in May. As long as we're below it, things are leaning bearish. If we can retake it, we can start looking at that climb back up. Let's go down to the week, baby. The weekly, you can see the lack of volatility here, but this to me looks like a big move brewing. All through April, we saw kind of back and forth closes on the weekly after 3 weeks of doji consolidation. We had a bearish engulfing candle. We were predicting a move back to 30.3. It didn't actually get there, falling short of 30K. Now, here we are again on a new week. It is Monday, and we're looking to pull, honestly, looks like the same move. 27.5, 27.6 is our weekly local support directly below. Not a bad place. I may look to shave off some profits. on my shorts at that level. However, market could be targeting a liquidity sweep down at 26.5. I'm not decided on this yet. I haven't really put my finger on what's next to come. Weekly VWAP not looking great. Money flow continues to move up despite the red weekly. Something tells me that we're not going to see a lot on the chart today, but something tells me that this week is going to get really, really spicy. Really spicy. We can see the interaction here after the rally up, the fall down, the rally up, basically filling in this price inefficiency, and the reaction to that monthly level at 29.2. 3 days in a row, we essentially were at this price. Yesterday, we had some wick highs. Today, opened just below it, and we've seen a little dump ski. Our fractal that we have said is basically RIP. Where are we? Nope. This is our fractal that we said is basically RIP. We did say, well, we might be able to consider it again as long as our lows continue to move up and our highs continue to move down. So at the moment, the fractal is still in play. It's not out yet. Looking at our broadening wedge here that we identified back in March, still in play, but hella sketchy. We traded below it, rallied back above, and here we are today, literally today's lows, testing that ascending trend line. We speculated we might see something like this, bouncing off the trend line, higher or lower highs and higher lows, hopefully leading to a break to the upside. At the moment, it is still in play. It's still valid. It's pretty spicy price point. Not one that people are likely paying attention to, but one that, at least from my view of the chart, is extremely important. Let's go back to the day. Not looking great on Marketcipher. Marketcipher B not looking awesome. Money flows rolling over. Momentum failed to create a real high. Not a super great. Not super great. Anything on the 12? Honestly, the exact same thing. Let's get down to the 4. A little bit better. VWAP's coming up, but man, this chart is janky. I'm not looking for a position at all. Based on what I've seen here, just zooming through the Bitcoin chart, the hourly's still looking for more downside. I think I might move my short stop. 28.7, 28.8's looking pretty juicy. I think 29.250 though is going to be that safe play, and maybe I shouldn't be a degen. I've already gotten away with enough degen plays. Speaking of degen plays, let's take a look at the Pepe. Smash the likes. Smash the likes for Pepe. What a nice show. What a wild ride. If this is your first time in crypto experiencing a meme coin gibberish, I'll call it, good luck. This is a big test. Pepe has rallied to new all-time highs. It has blasted up. I mean, what even percent off its low here are we? From its April 26th low, 700-ish percent. 700-ish percent. For all of you feeling FOMO, when something goes up 700%, typically that means that the entry is behind you, right? I'm not here to give you financial advice. Trading is all about risk. I want you to hopefully take away some lessons, learn something from the years of mistakes I've made and the mistakes I'm still making. This is such a gamble, guys. Such a gamble. It has overshot our moon target. Remember, we multiplied this by 10 bajillion so we can get solid numbers here. Our moon target's of 5.1, 6.2. It's traded up to 14.8, exceeding all of our measured move targets. This is this is a dangerous game. Honestly, I know because I've done this for years on YouTube, you can't fight FOMO. Emotions are too powerful. Well, I can't fight it for you. So no matter what I say, you're going to do whatever you're going to do anyway, which is probably right because, again, please don't listen to me blindly. But I really caution you guys, there's all kinds of just crap going on where people are expecting this to continue to infinity. Nothing goes to infinity. If you can't fight the urge, what I do to fight the urge is I get a tiny spot bag. Like I buy, as I say, like a $100 bag. And I set it, I let it go, whether it goes to 0 or the moon, doesn't matter to me. It's just a moon bag. $100 though is a small part of my portfolio. That might be a lot for you, so figure out whatever percent that is for you. It might be $5, might be 10, might be 1,000. You might be a baller. I have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of green candles on the Pepster. This meme is definitely drawing attention. The more attention it draws, in my opinion, the more likely it is to be near its top. This is not really a significant retracement from the previous that we've seen. Funding, man. The funding. I just can't look away from the funding. With so many shorts piling in, it's just hard. It's hard to ignore. Let me see if that's changed on Mexi yet. Same funding rate. Negative 0.61. That means people are paying over 1% of their margin position a day just to stay open. So they need the price to go down more than that just to break even. It's pretty wild. Let's take a peek. We'll go back to Pepe in just a second. Funding across the board actually is pretty neutral. That's sad. Coingeck is smoking the pipe again. Everything else slightly negative, but this has been true for 2 or 3 streams now with no real results, so it's not likely to give us any edge on the market. At this point, there's really no way to even come up with a next upside target. We can do this and say, all right, boom, here's our local retracements. We can go 21, we can go 26. Not bad places to look to take profit if you're in a sketchy position, if it even exceeds the recent high of today, which it very likely could not. But if we do see those short squeeze, this is likely where we would see, in my opinion, or a place to look for, blow off top, and some significant downside retracement. What else even is there to do on this chart? Hourly's still pretty strong. Hourly's still looking pretty strong. I am Pharaoh. 4 hours still pretty strong. 5 minute rolling over. 15 is a little janky. Where are we here? Right at the 618. This is the sketchiest spot. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling it right now in chat. This is like the ultimate FOMO spot. We've fallen from a high. We had a previous support here, and now we're right back at the golden retracer, the 618 Fibonacci retracement level. That's 11.85. This is likely the maximum of when people are feeling like they should go long. Here you go. This is just as sketchy. Just as sketchy. And the risk to reward there is terrible. I can't come up with a good trade, honestly, here. There won't be. There won't be. Something like that. You need such a large downside target. The volatility on this has made this super, super dangerous. I'm going to set alerts here. Let's keep an eye on this bad boy. It did just pull back significantly. Rejecting here would be pretty savage. Maybe even during the stream we'll see it move. But let's look at some other charts here. The interesting part. The dollar on a green day and the S&P 500 on a green day. Sus. Sus at best. The dollar. Let's start with you. With everything off. Hitting a lower low. I guess you could try to argue it's a double bottom on the monthly for April, but that's a lower low. That's a lower low. 100.82 to 179. Could be double bottom. Could be double bottom. We've been kind of waiting for months now for some kind of dead cat bounce on the dollar. We haven't gotten it. It's weird because stocks look so good here, and the dollar also kind of looks primed for that retracement we've been waiting for. I think it's early May shenanigans. Early May shenanigans. What I love about the S&P 500 at the moment, it did retake its 200 daily moving average. It has been testing and retesting over and over the same price point. We're starting to see what could look like a bottom. However, I'm still of the same opinion. I said this probably every stream I've looked at it in the last few weeks. Below 4,300, and it's still just not a trade for me. I like the setup, but this setup, typically, at least in my experience, I've seen in crypto, maybe not as much in stocks. Lows are coming up. Your high is being tapped over and over. Resistance is being weakened. But there's just so much going on right now. I just, below 4,300, I'm just no trade on S&P 500 personally. I like this. I like what's going on. It's looking way more bullish than it did, I think, in April when we were seeing some weakness there under the 200. It has recovered. Keep an eye. Keep an eye on the S&P 500. A break of 4,300 could happen quickly because this month has rolled over. This is going to be such an explosive month, I think. I really do. I really hope it's to the upside. April did have a strong close, and maybe that's a reason we should be looking for the upside in S&P. Closed above its monthly kind of range here of closes. Nice. That's 41.5. Definitely not an awe-inspiring candle at 1.4%. But that's a solid monthly close, man. What about the quarter? All right. Yep. Yeah. Just every way you look at it, it's sketchy, man. Your 618 is right there, like 4,300. Perfect place for a rejection. Lower high. How does that line up? Let me see that weekly close in the dollar. Man, that is intimidating, dude. You get these small bodied candles. You have wicks after like just a straight down fall. You're looking for a retracement. Oh no. How can the dollar go up? How can the dollar go up if banks are falling? Yeah, riddle me that. Tell me that. Peeking in on ETH really quick here. We're nailing through it. Ethereum, hard stop over the last few days, right at our resistance, 1908, 1910. Originally, we had looked to go long there with a tight stop. Fell through. Hasn't hit 17.1770. I think that's actually a good sign. I think that's actually a good sign. Let's be real. Money flow is definitely looking weak on the day, though. On the week, it's looking good. I don't trust today's price action. That's like my that's my take here. Uniswap, I don't know why. I think someone tipped for this the other day. We looked at the chart and said, it might be a double bottom on the monthly. So we might look to take a long. This is all theoretical, guys. Please don't blindly copy my trades. This is not financial advice. Theoretical long at the market's inefficiency. We identified that being $5.32. Today, that long filled. That's the only reason we're looking at it. That long filled in a wick. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. That long filled in the wick, so we're looking decent. Looking decent. The upside target, definitely a hard one to pick. I think I picked just about $6. That would make for a 12% upside with a risk of 2.27 downside for a 5.5 to 1. This is a very improbable trade. Improbable, though, does not mean bad or unprofitable. We only need to win, in theory, this trade 1 time out of 5 times to be profitable. A trade this risky, with this much at stake. But my eye is on Uni. I don't know if I'm going to have really any update here. The 12-hour kind of looks like garbage, but we are at a low. Daily kind of looks like garbage, but again, we are at a low. Momentum on MACD is moving, or rolling over. Provided today closes a little bit higher. And definitely seeing some bullish divergence on that monthly, on that low there. It's like $5.14. Rad. All right. Bitcoin has not moved since we started. Let's take a peek at these low time frames. I'm going to pull the chat up. Okay. Both these levels, in my opinion, are very likely this week. 29.2, 28.4. They're not that far from price, so that's not a crazy claim. This market inefficiency is calling. Now, I don't see this on the indicators or anything yet, but a move to 29.2 and a rejection would be pretty typical market price action. I think in the greater picture, that could still paint the higher low scenario. Kind of a weird move, to be honest. With this level just under 30,000 being tested so many times, likely would be looking for it to push through. It did not. 5 minutes still looks real bad, though. Real bad. 1 minute till the 15-minute close. 15 minutes is giving us signs of rolling over, but that rolling over, like I said, maybe 29.2, and God knows at how long that'll take in the sense of moving up. That 15-minute could bring us right back to the previous support. Reject for a higher low, move around, dick around, do the same thing. That could take a while. I think, in my opinion, I'm not going to look to open any new trades. Oh, no. I'm not going to look to open any new trades until maybe May 3rd at the earliest. I want to hear what SurePow has to say. It's going to impact markets absolutely globally with certainty. If only we knew what side of the market it would push it to. A pivot from the Fed would be likely the biggest catalyst we could ever hope for or ever pray for. Dedication to not pivoting, maybe even a bigger catalyst. They're in a bad position where they can fight inflation, but have banks collapse, or let inflation run rampant and save banks. And what choice they're going to make, I have no idea. I have not a clue. We have 414 votes on our poll. 60% are saying not this year. Let's get those numbers up. 415 votes. How many? Ooh, we got a fancy amount of viewers. We got a fancy amount of viewers. Welcome, fam. Only 200 likes. Can we get 420 likes so we can take our blazing license and go forth today? I hope so. I hope so. I believe in you. Smash the like buttons. Let me pull up the chat and see what you guys are looking at. Yo, Coins Chick. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. That Coins Chick, though. Who said that? Was that Wick? Coins Chick, one of our writers over on crownanalysis.com. Check her out. There she is. She kind of cute, too, though. We have Moggy, our girl Moggy writing. Ow, pumping out the articles, Moggy. Right on. Doug, Alt Season Co-Pilot. That's Intro to Cryptos on YouTube. We have, of course, Mr. Poppy. He's somewhere in here. A lot of writers. There he is, doing the weekly updates. If you guys want to write, doesn't have to be technical, doesn't have to be crypto even. If you want to write anything business, market, econ, whatever, finance related, and you want to be published on our site, jump in the Discord and let me know. That's all you got to do. That's it. Send me a sample of your writing. Doesn't have to be our kind of content. We're looking for more writers always. Damn, girl. What's up, 100 Air? Mod, you got your name right. Aptos in the golden pocket says Meek Beard. Interesting. I haven't looked at Aptos in a long time. I'll pull it up while I babble on. What's up, Josh Raphael? It is. It is. Haha. Look at that. Look at that. Mike Beard. We were looking at the same thing. Right on. Aptos, actually, I wasn't planning on talking about this. Back to its previous all-time high. I remember when this was breaking out, and we said, kind of similar to the Pepe going on right now. I said, guys, it's breaking out. It's in price exploration. So is Pepe. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right at the 618. Let's go back to Apt. FOMOing is always dangerous, and we have essentially the previous all-time high is right around $10. Very nice psychological level. Likely you'll get a chance at that level. Be weary buying into green candles. Aptos back to reality. What's funny is Aptos had a really similar FOMO moment, right? And now, do you ever hear about it? I haven't talked about it in a while. It is back to its 618. It is at the golden retracement level. We do have kind of a, say, a spicy little support down there at $8 as well. Let's throw this on the chart. Let's throw this. We're gonna need more upside to make this risk to reward good. That's not bad. That's not bad. That could be like a pretty classic play. Pretty classic. A more patient trader likely isn't watching this channel. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. More patient trader likely would be waiting for maybe the $8 level. It may never come, but that's just part of the game as a patient trader for a much stronger risk to reward. But I could see both of these in play, and I could definitely even see a return to. God, I hate the way TradingView does this with log charts, man. Definitely even see a short play if we get a tap of that $12 zone. Can I? Nope, that's just broken now. Okay. Did it again. Okay. You can even see a short play available. Basically just looking at the previous highs. And this is, of course, if it makes it back up there. Get rid of this. The risk to reward there sucks. So you can't use that. There we go. That still sucks. I guess like that. Could see this. Fill the short. Move down. Hopefully. Something like that. Hopefully. What do you think, chat? I didn't plan on spending that much time. What's up, Hitman Kincaid? Dude, this... Let me put this on. This is a bad idea, to be honest. Nothing is financial advice. Trading is risky. Trading is risk. There we go. Know your risks. Know your risk. TikTok videos are fire. Thank you, Trade Intuition. What's up, Pickled? Patrick, how you doing, man? What's up? It's spicy. I mean, is it? I don't feel the spice. I feel zero spice. There's Pepe spice, but that's not my flavor. Meek Beard, you were checking some of my indicators on trading. Cool. Torg, BNB, fair value gap at 325. I haven't gotten any alerts on BNB either. This is why I haven't felt the spice lately. It's like they're just... Nothing has like broke. They're not like breaking new highs. They're not breaking new lows. BNB could look worse. It could look worse. It did escape this little descending... Let's get that one back. Did escape its little descending high trend. Could be worse. It is tapping resistance. It does look like 336. I mean, I could look to short 336. But look at this. Look at this volatility. Look at it coiling up. BNB has been such a weird mover, man. It has this massive volume gap below it. Like, just massive fair value gap. It's leaning towards not filling it. They don't have to be filled, but it's leaning there. Daily looks pretty good. You know, man, I kind of like BNB right now. Kind of like it. Let's take maybe bottom of today's candle, targeting. But that trend line's coming down. We could do something like this. Dang, even just back to the highs of 3.41. Nope, that didn't fill yet. There we go. I can see something like that in play. That's not a trade I'll take, but I could see something like this in play. BNB doesn't look bad. I'll say compared to the rest of the market, it is really just staying at that 339 whatever dollar level, tapping it over and over and over again, pulling its lows up. And so far, I mean, painting that pattern we love to see. That flat top. Flat tippity toppity. I like it. I like it. Dunno. I think if you can manage to grab and stay in a position in BNB, likely you can aim much higher to that like $400 wick high. That's the next like obvious level of resistance or profit taking. And if you do take the trade this way, which you should not just blindly take my trade, what I like is that you can have a much deeper stop, which obviously means less leverage, which is always good in my opinion, but a little more wiggle room, a little more room for the wicks to the upside and the downside, and you can still hold on to that 3-to-1 risk to reward. That's not a bad play. Shout out, my friend. Goofy Peter, a more patient trader. You trade on the 30-second chart exclusively. Well, my friend, I mean, everyone trades differently. There is no one way to trade. There's no one way to be successful. But patience pays, baby. Patience pays. Who is this clown? Says Tony Sutton. I don't know, man. You came to my channel. You tell me. You like watching clowns? You like clowns, son? Goofy not even trading anymore. Like I said, I'm not looking to open any trade at least until the 3rd, if not later. I think it is likely we will see a move in the wrong direction for May first. I don't know if that's up or down. Like, we haven't seen it yet. But I think we get a fake out move and then we get a reversal mid-May. The homage sell in May and walk away comes typically from there being a pump in May and then a dumping. Typically. You know, something I said we would do and we didn't. Let's look at this quick. Who is this clown? Who is this guy whose channel I'm tuning into and choosing to watch? Yeah, his community will definitely make fun of him. So we are here in May right now. Let's look at last May. We did this on a stream before and I thought it was pretty great. Previous May, boom, right here. That was a good one. This was a good May. Last May was a good May to sell and walk away. What about the one before that? Let's make this one white because the future is unknowable. April, May. Was this a good one to sell in May and walk away? I guess if you sold it at the beginning of the month, yes. Right at the candle open or even at the wick high, yes. Eventually it did go higher, but yeah, spade's a spade, right? Let's look at the one before that. We won't do all of the history, but we'll do some of it. I'm having trouble finding May. May. Was this a good May to sell and walk away? No, it was not. Is there another May in there? Did I miss one? Nah. For some reason, this looks like a bigger gap than this. I don't know. This was a bad one to sell and walk away. You would have sold at 9.4 thousand. Price would have never gone back, and you still would be waiting to get back in. So far, we have 2 good sell in Mays and a bad sell in May 3 years back. We'll do like 2 more of these because this is fun to me. April. May. Why am I doing it that way? Why? Why? Trading View. I'm not selecting the middle of these, you son of a bitch. Was this a good one? It wasn't the worst. You would have sat through June watching it go up. You would have gotten back in. I'll say this was a good one. I'll say it's a good one. And last one. Was this a good one? That was a good one. Nope, last one we'll go one more year back. Because clearly wherever this one is, it was not a good one. No. This was a bad one. And this was a bad one. Okay. So here's our history of Maze, of selling in Maze and walking away. What do you guys think? We have bad idea in 16 and 17, good idea in 18 and 19, bad idea in 2020, good idea in 21, good idea in 22, and here we are in 23, chat. I'm going to end this poll, and we're going to make a new poll. This May. So based on just what I've shown you here, this May is walk away. No walk away. Even though this is really, really close to the previous poll, I want your guys' opinion. This May is Bitcoin. That's the most janky poll I've ever like written. You guys, basically the idea is based on just this chart. Just on this chart. The previous two have been good, sell in Maze and walkaways. The one before that was bad. 2 before that were good, and 2 before that were bad. We don't know about this one yet. We'll know in June, maybe. Maybe not even by June. Based on this, what do you guys think? You think the data is off? May and June are bullish 68% of the time. Well, they definitely weren't the last 2 years in a row, so Dave Digital, there's many explanations as to what, you know, the mix-up would be here. These were red. Going back, many have been green, sure, but also this isn't necessarily was May green, because right here, 22 and in 21, these were red, and selling was the right choice. In hindsight, in 20 it was green, in 19 it was green, in 18 it was red, in 17 it was green, 16 it was green, and also this is only going back to 2016. So there is, what, 6 more years of data. So down here, this one was a bad one also. What do you guys think? No walk away, 72% with 100 votes. I like it. I don't know, man. For the last 2 years, people have said sell in May or walk away, and I was like, hey, that's stupid. And they were right. But will history rhyme a third time in a row? I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. And mind you, the color of this arrow will only be determined after we see probably another year of data. Because a lot of these, you wouldn't have necessarily known in the next month. Like, in June, you wouldn't really, I guess you would have because May fell. In like 2020 here, you sold this, and it might have looked like a good idea into June, but then it wasn't, right? So we will only know in hindsight, but this is just like a little experiment. I wanted to give you guys a little perspective on the previous Mays. Green being it was a good decision in hindsight. Red being it was not a good decision in hindsight. Yellow, the white is this May. What do you think? What do you think? I'm not trying to sway you. I don't know the answer. Nobody knows. Just want to see the consensus. Can sell in May and walk away possibly be 3 times in a row? I don't know. I don't know. Don't tell me the facts. Tell me what I want to hear. Bullish crypto, what do you want to hear, brother? I'll tell you anything, baby. 3 green would be a brand new pattern. It might be. We'd have to look at BLX, to be honest. Like, if we want to... I don't want to do all the way back because it'll just take a long time. All right, you guys convinced me. What else are we doing today? Has Pepe moved? It's such a bad idea. Pepe hasn't moved. Dollar, have you moved at all? Not really. S&P 500, have you moved at all? Kind of just floating up, all right. Bitcoin's waiting for the stream to end for any move. Let me see. Let's see. So we're only going to do the ones that were before this. Because, to be fair, also Dave Digital. There was a long period of time where Bitcoin basically only went up. So we got back to this one. Let's go back to 2014. I guess we'll say this was a good one. I guess. Like, it was, right? You know, for like the next 8 months, you were right. This is what makes it hard with Bitcoin, is we did this little study here, right? But let's live in reality. All of these were a bad idea. At least now. I mean, if we go back down, you know, we go to negative a million, whatever, like, they could all be a good idea. But at the moment, even this one, like, at the time they were right, but now they're not. In hindsight, they're not. That's why I was trying to be clear that this is very kind of speculative, dubious. But let's look at these. Like, so this was a good idea at the time. It was a good idea for a few months until it wasn't. That was in 14. Let's go back to May. So again, this is a harder one to say. You were right for 3 months until price blasted past. So I'll say no. But at the same time, it was yes for a few months. It's 13. Let's get a 12. I'm going to say that's in 12, definitely a bad one. Green, red, green. Okay. This one's pretty bad. You could say it was good, but it was pretty bad. It did come back lower, so you did have a chance to get back in. So I guess I'll say that's green. But then at the same time, yeah, I mean, only because you could get back in lower at some point ever after. You never got back in lower after 22. You had 3 months of glory in 13. You had like 8 months or more. I mean, realistically, you had 2 years of being in the green on the selling in May and walking. This one will stay green, even though you were right only until you weren't. So there you go. There's the history before. And this is like my opinion of them being the right idea, the wrong idea. So add that to your chart. Have we seen 3 green in a row? We had green, red, green. Green. Red. Red. Green, I guess. So it looks something like this. So we had green, red, red, green. Red, red, red. Green, green, red, green, green. Green would be a first. We'd have a new pat. We'd have the first 3 green in a row. I don't know. And this is all just how I view it, because in reality, all of these are wrong, right? All of these weren't the right choice because price never went back to those levels, at least yet. So it's like pending. Could still happen. Bitcoin, you haven't moved a goddamn muscle. Goddamn muscle. Sell in May, walk away by Pepe. I mean, that rhymes to TV, but like that sounds like really contradicting advice. What's up, Alan Daniel? How you doing, my friend? A little chirp how. Chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp how. Chirp how. You guys better be ready for chirp how. For the pow of the chirp. We are live right now with 800 something watching, but on May 5th or May 3rd, we will be joined by Chirp How. Make sure you set your calendars, hit notify me just like that. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be hype. My guy, what's up, Kevin Baker? Maybe things have changed due to the banking collapse. How long are you supposed to walk away for? Robot. We just went through kind of my take on it. It's hard to tell. It also depends on like what you consider being a win. Is it being the right decision for 3 months a win? Is it a right decision only if price never goes back? You're like, if it goes low, or is it a wrong decision only if price never goes lower again? There's a lot of interpretation there. I did my best. I think this is a cool chart though. Let's see who's here. I see Alan Daniel, Antonio Peluso, Big Tuna Crypto, my man. How you doing? Beery Boy, Bullish Crypto, Chinggis K. How you doing? Chocolate Wee, Corey, Craigton C. Every day. Brother, I see you here every day. I appreciate you. Crypto Satchel, Crypto Crab Man. You're also here like every day. Daniel, DeFi Future Doesn't Matter. How you doing, brah? Hope your house is doing good. Frankie Tanky Coin Out Flanky featuring Wick. My man, how you doing? Goofy Peter, 100 Air. I'm Lily. Jack in a Crack Attack. Jonah Plainclothes. Every day, brother. Fist pound. Kevin Baker, Crunk C. Lazarus Hand, Lewis Christie, Loading Name, Long Mountain, Magic Money Games, Meek Beard, Nate, my boy Nate, quantum divergence. What does that mean? Tell the chat. What's quantum divergence? Oh no, Y2K. Queen. Tip of the hat to the lady. Revolution. Fashion NL. Rowboat. Senior Scope. Streamlabs is the bot, but they get a shout out anyway. Squarat Babar. Sorry if I butchered that. Pickle, my man. The NL Koala Gamer. Myself. Trade Intuition. Trey Caramonta. Under 3MG. And Venom Hex. In alphabetical order. In no particular order. What's up, Zeke? BG code. Life for Adam. Messi. Beige. Joe McGuire. I see you all. Eric Lennon. Coins like Pepe are so bad for the space. Eric, I've been in this space for 7 years, and I have gone through the entire range of emotion on them. I felt that way. I don't think I've ever thought, oh no, I've even had thoughts of them being good for the space because, I mean, I'll admit, like NFTs, different things bring different people in. If it brings people in, it has, there's some value. But I'm definitely more on the lines of they're bad for the space. However, what does that accomplish, right? It doesn't accomplish anything. We can't. I've gone through the whole spectrum, but I'm there with you. I feel you. What's up, Madcap Pat, my brah? GT Nuts. How you doing? LFG. If you got some emojis, put them in the chat. Let's get an LFG in the chat. Maybe a little 419 in the chat. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you've joined the Discord. You guys know what to do. You know how it do. Bitcoin is doing nothing. Pepe short is apparently working out, which I think is just honestly equally risky as long. Like equally as risky. I feel like if I do this, instantly it's gonna like go up to that stop. I'm just gonna leave it as it was. The risk to reward there sucks. I think you're just as likely to get wrecked trying to short this as you are trying to long it. Honestly. Thank you, under 3MG. Is that the legal limit? Hello, man. Senor Scoops, +1 for Chirpow. Chirp. Pow. Chirpow. Chirpow. Does it not? Does it not? And $1 trillion coin. And more. And more. Are we going to hit 420 likes? We only need 100 likes. 107 likes right now. We have 800 viewing. We can get that literally this minute. If you guys just smash the like button. There are almost 500 of you riding the coattails of other people's like smashing. And quite frankly, you can do better than that. You are better than that. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. Pull up the schlong long. So let's see. How big did I open on this? This was only $350 a margin to start. Did this happen in multiple transactions? There we go. 2, 3, 4. So this was about 7 billion or 8 billion Pepe to start. I'm now at 750 million, meaning I have closed. You can see these arrows are closed. I have closed in pieces, pretty much just methodically, mathematically on the way up. My stop has moved healthily into profit. I kind of want to move it up more. I'm ready to get off this ride. But I have closed 90%. And to rehash what I was saying earlier, I'm not looking to add back in. I'm not looking to go short. I'm pretty much only looking to see how big I can get this percent number. There's $32 in this position left. If it gets liquidated, I'll lose those 32 for a net of like, I don't know, a few hundred. A few Hunskies. What's up, Birdie Boy? Ferda Coin donated 5 through Super Chat. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. I don't know if there was a message. Joseph Novak, can I check the Parabola BTC 3-day? I mean, thanks for the $1.99. The Parabola. So about to drop some knowledge on you. We use a logarithmic chart on this channel. Simply because that's just what I've observed makes sense on crypto or Bitcoin. So on a parabolic, on a logarithmic chart, any trend line, any straight line is a parabola. TradingView doesn't do a really good job of this, but if I switch this to regular, it's actually going to readjust this. This straight line placed on linear should actually be a curved line. If you don't understand the math behind it, I don't have time to teach you. This would be, in my opinion, the parabolic curve. It's totally fine. You're just connecting your lows. What you're probably seeing on Twitter, what maybe other creators are showing you, which is pretty much just gibberish, is a curved line like this. And it's extra points of gibberish if they're already on logarithmic. Because now it's a logarithmic line. It's a log squared, I guess. I don't know. This is just a tool that you can fit to anything, really. I don't trust any curved lines anyone places. I don't think they have much relevance. Because look at how you could place it. You could have placed it, I don't know, like this. A little bit of fine tuning. I don't know. You can place it just to fit your narrative. You could have said, okay, here was the parabola. And then when that happened, you go, okay, never mind. Actually, here is the parabola, right? Don't trust these lines. And especially be aware, if they're on a linear chart, it can be a little less like gibberish. Here's the problem with linear charts. It just makes the history look like it was a flat line. That's the problem. A little similar. Looks similar. This is why I use logarithmic. BLX does an even better job of this. Logarithmic chart. Linear chart. Right? Zoop, whoop, 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 whoop. But, yeah, I'm rambling. Because there's just not a lot of extra spice going on. This is what I would consider the logarithmic. The parabola. Can be viewed on any day. Doesn't have to be the 3-day. If you want an even more zoomed out one. Back on our log chart. Real quick there. If you want an even more zoomed out one. If you want a bigger version. There is something spicy that we haven't looked at in a long time. This used to fit perfectly. Unless this data changed. There we go. That's the true parabola, in my opinion. It was breached very, 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 very quickly in March of 2020. But went right back on course. If you ask me, this is the parabola. Will this trend line break? Yeah, probably someday. Probably. But does that look bent to you? I think these horizontal lines are like making it look weird. But that would be it for me. This would be the greater parabola. This would be our local parabola. Parabola. Here we go. Will these break? Probably both of them at some point. I can't name a single trend line in Bitcoin ever that I've ever made that didn't eventually like break. Looking at a macro, looking at downside targets. Upside ones, yeah, we can find ones that will never break because they're already far off into infinity. But almost every time I've had something like this, it's broken. That's the bottom line. Is it frozen? Oh God, I hope not. I hope not. Bitcoin might be frozen. Hasn't really moved. We started streaming and it just didn't do anything. Didn't do jack. Didn't do anything. 369 likes. Hey, that's not a bad number. That's a pretty fancy number. What do we need? 51 more. 840 viewing. 50 of you, pick up your finger, touch the thumbs up button. Let's get to 420 so we can just go blaze it. It's Monday. No one has time for this. You got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But they do have time to join the Discord. Jump in the Discord. We will do a live airdrop. Everyone. I will make everyone a Bitcoin holder. All you have to do is once you join, click that little blue verify button in the verify room. If you can't do that, you're a bot. You should also follow me on Twitter. Check out our sponsors in the link below. I'm not like turning it off now, but just rehashing. to disclose. We are sponsored by Fairdesk and by Femex and by Marketcipher. They can't get enough of us. You know how many we've turned down? Actually, more than 0, but not that many. More than 0. Actually, technically lots, because we don't F with random shade exchanges. All right, the weakness on every time frame may be playing out. 27.6 maybe. This is pretty ugly. Still ugly. 69% nice. Said no, walk away. I like it. I'm gonna end that poll. Well done. Well done. Shameless. Shameless likes. Yes. Where are you trading Pepe ADD Dad on MEXC? MEXC is the only place I know that has perps. Only place I know. If you guys check out the link pinned to the top of the chat, tomcrown.io, you'll see this mobile-friendly little site. It has me links, MEXC's in there, Femex is in there, Fairdesk is in there, Marketcipher, Lux Algo, all the goodies. All the goodies in there. Log on, log on, log. Log on, log on, log. Can I get a, oh yeah. New LTC drop. We have in the past. We have in the past. Thank you, Lifer Adam. 402 likes, guys. 18 more. Come on. 404. 404. Error. 16. That's it. I know there's 16 of you listening to me right now who have not hit like yet. Not for me, but for 420. Am I on Instagram? I am on Instagram. I am on Instagram. Honestly, I just upload the same clips and shit there. Tomcrown.io has all my socials. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. It doesn't have my Instagram. I'll have to, we'll get that fixed. We'll get that fixed ASAP. ASAP. There it is. I don't think it's even in the video description. I don't really do anything with it. I just post the shorts. There's a lot of fake ones. There's a lot of fake accounts, so be careful. But Bitcoin, more like Borcoin. One more like. We have 419. Come on. Am I going to blaze when I get one more like? I might. Well, no. When I get one more like, I will later. Never, ever, 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 ever pre-stream. Never, ever pre-stream. You guys have never, ever, ever seen me stream while under the influence. But if you join me in Miami or in Estonia in May this year, you almost certainly will. Almost certainly will. 428 likes. There we go, boys and girls. There we go. LFG. Bitcoin's not doing anything. Pepe probably going to get wrecked on this. This is a terrible idea. I love it. I love it. It's not a spicy day. Whew, but that's okay. We have one more stream left. It is the Chirp House stream on Wednesday. You will be redirected there after the live stream today. Mark it on your calendars. Hit notify me. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Get in the Discord. I'm bored. I love you, fam. 420 likes. You've earned it. Let's go blaze. That's what I'm about to do. Crown out.